Let's quickly have a conversation about the top 10 expedited trucking and cargo van freight companies that always pay top dollar for nationwide hauling. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love the content of today's conversation. I guarantee it.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower with a stinging killer beat, but the rhythms getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you're to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about the top 10 expedited trucking and cargo van freight companies that always pay top dollar for nationwide hauling. So, number 10, we have the YRC Worldwide. Our score 7.3 over 10. So when you think about this company, you want to think about a company that always has jobs. Jobs are available all the time because the company actually has positioned itself as a prominent player in the industry. So they have no margin for errors. So they constantly make sure that they have jobs available. Their logistic team works with complex, time-sensitive deadlines and handles deliveries from start to finish. So they always needs they needs a lot of delivery drivers. They need owner operators. They need independent contractors all the time, and they can even fulfill 1 hour delivery windows, which is really great because this means that they need local contractors to help out. So they utilize both ground and air transportation to ensure that all deliveries arrive as quickly as possible. So today's conversation, this is kind of great for you because they have more than 300 distribution hubs in the United States. Okay, and so they can deliver as quickly as 1 hour. Wonderful. So YRC Worldwide 7.3 over 10. Number 9, Pegasus Logistics Group. So we love PLG because they have actually been in the industry for a long time now, and the cool thing is that they have 11 distribution centers in the whole country. And what we love is that they have jobs for delivery drivers, independent contractors, owner operators all the time. And they actually craft solutions for even the trickiest of transportation expectations or timeline challenges, all while keeping costs reasonable for their clients. They pay really well, okay? They provide excellent service. So PLG is a great place to consider if you're looking to add more loads to your existing portfolio, boss, okay? And the cool thing is that the company is actually, they actually are located in Texas, but they do have distribution centers in all places throughout the nation, and they are constantly growing. They are constantly looking for new drivers all the time, again, in all 3 categories of activity. So we are speaking about independent contractors, owner operators, or courier delivery drivers. Number 8, we have Team Worldwide. Our score 7.9 over 10. So when you think about Team Worldwide, I want you to think about a company that has excellent customer service. And basically, they are a logistic company with simplified air, land, and sea solutions. But they have a lot of jobs for land. Okay, so they have a constant need for time-sensitive, high-pressure global transportation needs. So basically, they are always looking for contractors. They're looking for additional hands to help. Okay, and the cool thing is that this company, Team Worldwide, tailor their services to meet the freight and transportation needs of each individual client. So whether you are in New York, you are in Georgia, you are in Colorado, you are in Oregon, or you are in state of Washington, they have jobs for you. Okay, they have jobs nationwide. They have 47 distribution centers in North America. This is really great. And so the thing what we love is that this is a family-owned company that is very well run. Okay, they have a 3rd-generation leadership. They have individual solutions for clients, and they have online tracking directly on company website. Fantastic. Number 7, we have here Ascent on Demand. So Ascent on Demand. So this is AOD. Our score 8 over 10. So they provide global expedited freight solutions within a moment's notice. And the cool thing is that they are constantly looking for work for additional hands. Okay, they help companies optimize their logistics performance and strengthen their business. And what we love is that this company, they use a range of contract carriers to help businesses get their cargo from point A to point B as quickly as possible, and their staff is available to help at all hours. Okay, this is really good. So the company is constantly looking to expand. They have a staff on hand 24/7. They actually provide time critical assurance. They have real-time visibility, and what we love is that they have profitable, really well-paid jobs for delivery workers, for owner operators, for independent contractors all the time, or even for owners. One thing I want to say with AOD is that they are really great. They are located in Michigan, and what we love is that, again, I've said this before, but the customer service is really great. They are responsive. They are available 24/7. So they are available 24/7, not only for the customers themselves, but also for the drivers that they actually contract to work with them. So fantastic. Number 6, we have Team DGD. Okay, so our score 8.2/10. So when you think about Team DGD, you got to think about a provider that actually works a lot with trucks, cargo vans, step vans. Okay, and they provide solutions for businesses in 48 states. So they are in the continental 48 states. They do not cover Alaska or Hawaii. Okay, they only focused on the contiguous 48 states. So they have solutions for both dry and temperature control needs. Okay, so their equipment and drivers ensure that products are delivered rapidly and on time. So this is really good. What we love about Team DGG is that they are constantly innovating. They're constantly, they're constantly kicking ass when it comes to technology. They have cutting edge technology that helps them manage their customers' transportation requirements while providing a full service feel and impressive customer service. And the cool thing is, if you're part of their team, you are going to use advanced technology. So they offer refrigerated trucking, refrigerated cargo van. They are an asset-based provider. They have a full scope truckload and cargo van services. They have cutting edge technology. Wonderful. Number 5, we have here ArcBest. Our score 8.8/10. ArcBest has been in the business for the last 100 years. 100 years. They actually started in 1923. Think about that. So they provide high value. They provide companies with high value and time-sensitive freight shipping solutions with trusted solutions throughout North America. This is what we love. They have 240 to 250 distribution centers, service and distribution centers in America. And the cool thing is that they have jobs for you, boss. They have jobs all the time. And we are speaking about jobs across the nation here, okay? And the cool thing is that they also have options for temperature control cargo. So what I'm trying to say here is that the diversity is there in terms of jobs, okay? Cargo van, truck, wonderful. So what are the features in our view that really stand out when you think about ArcBest? Well, they offer temperature control options. They have security measures including panic alarms and satellite tracking, which is great for customers but also for drivers, right? They provide time critical assurance, and they serve the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico. So this is really good. And one thing I want to say here is that the only thing you have to, if you want to haul hazmat loads, they don't offer that. They do not offer hazardous waste. They do not handle that. So, but again, this is a minor thing based on it. If this is a minor thing, if you compare it to the overall situation here. So ArcBest, our score 8.8/10. Number 4, folks, we have XPO Logistics. Our score 9/10. So when you think about XPO Logistics, I want you to think about a large network of drivers, trucks, terminals, cargo vans, and digital software that all allow customers to have full digital visibility. So when you actually work for a company like XPO Logistics, you have access to advanced technology. You have access to tracking at all time as a driver, but also as a customer. Okay, so as a leading digital freight brokerage, XPO Logistics uses cutting edge technology to outperform the competition. So if you join their team, which you should, if you are thinking about adding more loads to your catalog, you should. They have jobs all the time. They have profitable, well-paid jobs all the time. And they have a 280 cross-dock facilities, which is really great in terms of distribution centers, okay? And so XPO Logistics ensure that expedited freight arrives at its final destination on time. So the company offers year-round 24/7 customer coordinators who can help you move cargo at any point in time, whether you are a driver for the business, for the company, or you are a customer. So this is fantastic. And we love the fact that they are constantly innovating also. Number 3, we have FedEx Custom Critical. I mean, our score 9.1 over 10. FedEx is a household name, so you don't have to actually guess who FedEx is. I mean, everybody knows and trusts FedEx. And the company also offers expedited trucking and cargo van services for cargo, including temperature controlled options. And FedEx specializes in same day and overnight delivery. And so this is really good. And the thing is that FedEx is actually hiring all the time in the country, okay? And the thing is, some people ask, well, will I have to wear their uniform? No, you don't have to. If you want to, you can, but you don't have to, okay? And you don't have to actually put their logo also on your cargo van or truck. No, they don't actually force you to do that, depending on the contract though, okay? And so the thing is that they actually, if extra care is needed, their white glove service is standing by to help you ship your goods in the safest way possible. So what I'm trying to say here is that you can actually be an employee or a contractor or an independent contractor working with FedEx Critical in terms of all the things that they need to get done. And what we love at the end of the day is that this is a recognizable name that is well trusted. So you can be sure that you will be working with a great family, with a great company, and they pay really well. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Swahili Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about the top 10 expedited trucking and cargo van freight companies that always pay top dollar for nationwide hauling. So number 2, we have Old Dominion Freight Line, ODL. Our score, 9.5 over 10. So when you think about ODFL, not ODL, when you think about ODFL, I want you to think about a company that has been in existence like forever, ever, okay? And the thing is that they actually started about 100 years ago, okay? Let's say give or take 90 years, okay? They were formed in 1934, so that's been like give or take 90 years. And this company has been doing the same thing for years, providing customers with quality service. Okay, so they guarantee that your shipments will arrive on time by utilizing effective strategies for time-sensitive freight. And they want their drivers, including you, if you were to apply with them, to actually apply the same strategies. In other words, have in mind you want to have in mind swift delivery, quality service, okay? And so ODFL, Old Dominion Freight Line, they offer same day, next day, and time specific delivery, including down to the hour delivery and emergency services. So when you think about those down to the hour and emergency services, they're looking for local drivers. They're looking for local cargo van drivers, step van drivers, truck drivers, and whatnot, okay? And they have close to 250 distribution centers in the whole country, so this is really good. Number 1, the best of the best in our view, UPS. Our score, 9.7 over 10. I mean, UPS is another household name that made it the list here. Okay, everybody knows UPS, and they know that their clients need to receive shipment fast. And so UPS provides clients with the option to rush their shipments from point A to point B. And their expedited shipping options include next day and same day delivery solutions that can help your company transport cargo quickly. And the good thing is that as a freight logistics professional, you also see opportunities here. It means that you just have to apply and ask UPS to consider you as as part of their program, because they have jobs all the time. No matter whether you are shipping locally, regionally, nationally, or internationally, UPS has covered you with orange. They have you covered with urgent and same-day delivery options, and they need drivers to actually implement their strategy, to implement their promise. This is really good. And UPS has more than 12 distribution hubs, and those are hubs though, not centers. Those are hubs, big hubs in the country. So that's just fantastic. Let's have a quick overview about the conversation we're having today before we close. And I want to talk to you about when we talk about expedited and hotshot trucking, because when we talk about expedited freight companies, you have to mention expedited and hotshot trucking. Okay, expedited trucking is the branch of freight hauling that deals with rush orders. So from a tiny 1 pound bag of produce headed for a testing lab to nuclear plant parts, items that must arrive at a specific time, not to be reloaded or require delicate handling, all go by an expediter. Okay, so this type of trucking depends largely on 5 truck types. So you have cargo van. So this is basically your snakes and your frozen carrots for testing will go in a small van. You have sprinter van, so able to hold 3 pallets, say $1 million worth of pharmaceuticals or equivalent weights. You have straight truck for less than truckloads, LTL. There are too big, too oddly shipped, or too heavy for the sprinter van. A straight truck for expedited usually has a 96-foot sleeper unit, so your driving team can run straight through. You also have a tractor trailer, so for long pieces of expedited full truckloads. Okay, so basically you have 4, not 5 players, but you have 4. But one thing you need to understand is that right now there is some kind of emergency happening in the real world of expedited and hotshot trucking. Because the thing is that everybody understands that there are 3 important elements. 3 important elements when we talk about expedited freight. You got to think about time, because clients' loads are time sensitive, because whatever they want hauled must be on site on time to prevent a manufacturer from shutting down the factory and all from stopping its pumps or a curtain from closing on the big Broadway show, for instance. You got to also think about the load. So you have the time, the load, and the overhead. So this trifecta is really important because it tells you if your expedited freight is effective or not. And so how does expedited trucking and cargo van freight work? Well, expedited trucking and cargo van trucking expert, they work by adjusting the transportation process to get goods to their shipping location faster than traditional transit times. So the best expedited trucking companies and cargo van companies expedite the transit process. Okay, so instead of making stops along the way, these companies travel from the point of pickup to the delivery destination all in one fell swoop. Okay, so the companies usually employ teams of drivers to complete the expedited deliveries. They work in shifts to decrease the amounts of downtime stemming from work breaks. So for smaller loads, however, companies will utilize cargo vans, sprinter vans, and trucks. They do this so that they don't waste any transport space by using large vehicles for small-scale expedited shipments. So these companies also have tractor trailers, so they can fulfill expedited trucking needs for larger deliveries too. So before you choose a freight company, let me give you a few ideas, a few tips. Okay, so what makes a good expedited freight company for you as a driver, as an owner operator, as an independent contractor? Well, you want to look at a few things. Do they have an around the clock operation? Because this tells you the company is busy, and being busy is good, right? So if they have an around the clock operation, that means they are really organized and they are willing to put resources into the customer service area. Okay, so this is really good, and having a 2-person team of drivers is ideal, especially when delivering expedited packages long distances. So when companies use the team driver model, they are able to keep the trucks moving around the clock. So with this method, one driver operates the vehicle while the other sleeps, rests and prepares to take over during the next big leg of the journey. And you also have to think about real-time updates and tracking. So when companies use expedited freight, it is likely because they need their products delivered as soon as possible. So the best expedited trucking and cargo van companies will offer GPS tracking to provide their clients with the real-time updates. This is important. You got to think about, before choosing a company to work for, think about their flexibility in terms of customer service. Are they flexible? And as I've said this before, are the customer service reps knowledgeable? Do they understand the business? Do they understand how to talk to drivers? Do they understand how to talk to customers? It's important because you don't speak to drivers the same way you speak to customers, right? Those are two different elements in the value chain here. You also want to look at their latest and greatest technology. Are they willing to invest in software? Are they willing to have a GPS that talks to you about what you need to know? And it's important to know at the business level what's really important for that company. Do they have experience in the field? How long have they been playing in this field? It's important. I was talking to you today that there's some of those players, especially the bigger ones. They've been in this industry for more than 100 years, for nearly 100 years. So it's important to actually think about that too. Is the company a newbie? Is the company a startup? If it is a startup, then you might not have a lot of loads because of whatever reasons. But you want to look for experience. Thank you so much. Before we recap into this conversation, let me just quickly tell you that, hey, listen, we were talking about the top 10 expedited trucking and cargo van freight companies that always pay top dollar for nationwide hauling. Number 1, UPS, 9.7 over 10. Number 2, Old Dominion Freight Line, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, we have FedEx Custom Critical, 9.1 over 10. Number 4, we have XPO Logistics, 9 over 10. Number 5, we have ArcBest, 8.8 over 10. Number 6, we have Team DGT. We have 8.2 over 10. Number 7, we have Ascent on Demand. This is 8 over 10. Number 8, we have Team Worldwide. 7.9 over 10. Number 9, we have PLG and 7.6 over 10. And number 10, we have here YRC Worldwide. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.